Hey everyone, I'm Reagan Black and I have some more inspiration for your writing journey today. And today I'm working with Ray Bradbury's Zen and the Art of Writing. I want to make sure we don't get the glare on this. This is an excellent resource. If you don't have this on your bookshelf, I would encourage you to go get it. And today I wanted to talk about Muse. Muse is one of those things that's kind of elusive. We don't always like to talk about it. We'd rather refer to it as our subconscious or our creative energy or whatever. But I happen to be one of those people who believes Muse is very real. But I think sometimes we focus on the wrong aspect of it. And I think this insight that Ray Bradbury offers in his chapter, the chapter name in this book is How to Keep and Feed a Muse. And it's an excellent chapter. And I just wanted to pull a couple insights from it for you today. First, Bradbury says, we might start off by paraphrasing Oscar Wilde's poem, substituting the word art for love. So we would have, art will fly if held too lightly. Art will die if held too tightly. Lightly, tightly, how do I know whether I'm holding or letting art go? So you could substitute muse for that, or creativity, or anything to kind of, as Bradbury does there, to paraphrase. But the point is, I think a lot of us focus too hard on I have to have my muse, I have to have this creative energy, I have to feel a certain way before I can write. And it's sort of, Bradbury kind of challenges that thinking. If you hang on to that, if you focus too hard on that being creative part of the process, you tend to scare your muse away, okay? And it doesn't want to come out and play nice. You're focused on the muse rather than on the work that the muse inspires. And Bradbury says we all need to feed our muse, or we need to feed our creative bank. Well, how do you feed something if you're not supposed to focus on it and you're not supposed to scare it away? Well, I think this chapter is very interesting, and of course Bradbury has very thorough insights on this, but what kind of struck me as I was going through it today was that, our creative bank, or our muse, the way we feed that is simply by living. Our, what we experience, the textures, the senses, the events of our lives fill our creative bank. They fill our inner spirit, or or our creative well, if you will. They fuel our muse. That's how you feed your muse, by living your life. And then your muse feeds you by infusing your work. Does that make sense? It's a two-way street. And I think it's very important that we remember that just by living, we're living openly, paying attention, cataloging our experiences. That's a way to feed our muse, and then that pays us back when we're there in the writing time, so that we don't have to worry about being creative. We can relax in the work and let that creativity sort of bubble up from that bank. Let our muse infuse our work. And I think this is really key. And it's something that it comes very easily to some people, and some people want to, oh, that can't be. You just have to keep fighting forward. But as Bradbury says, when we focus too hard on being creative, we often squash our creativity. So it's one of those things that you have to focus on something different. You have to focus on the work itself. You have to focus on sitting there and being present and making your best effort, and knowing that every best effort can be improved later in the revision process. It is a process, so rather than putting so much pressure on ourselves to be perfectly creative and eloquent and every word golden the first time we put it on the page, if we just write and keep writing and let that just infuse and build, and let those stories and projects come to life. I'm not saying it's not work. I'm just saying relax a little bit. Focus on the words on the words on the page, not having a certain sensation before the words can even get there. Not putting so much pressure on every word that you squash your own creativity and derail yourself. It's just one of those, it's just elusive. You've got to relax and just let the words flow. And and the way you get there is to sit down and start writing until the words start to flow and come together. And then as you revise your work and polish it up, it will really, that process will smooth out, and you'll be more inspired and enlightened and aware of what needs to change to make it a better experience in the revision stage. I hope that makes sense for you. If you need some more resources, please reach out to me at reaganblack.com. There's lots of resources on the website. My contact information is there as well. And in the meantime, write well and live the adventure.